Guys, listen, so I got a challenge for pastors, anybody that has a congregation, that has people that they're mentoring, discipling in any way. What my challenge is to you is anonymously, depending on how big it is, ask your congregation and ask the people that are following you and following your teaching and following you as a minister, what they need to do to go to heaven. What do they believe they need to do to be saved? And I think you're going to get a real answer, and I think that answer is going to really shock you. And so if you guys get, a lot of times the most common response I get is, you got to go to church and you got to believe in Jesus. And that's it. And that's what saves you, and you're saved. And if that's the answer you get, and that's okay with you, I think you guys need to find another job, because Jesus Christ commands us to repent of our sin and have faith towards God. It's one. We don't separate it. And after we confess our sin and we repent, we're called to be baptized to the death of Jesus Christ for the forgiveness of that sin. And the promise is the Spirit of God will come upon us. But it's not until we acknowledge and have a fear of God that we will stand before a holy and a righteous God one day. And that's why we're not seeing the power of God through God's people. And so I want to challenge you to really step out in faith and ask your congregation to really know the truth and say, hey, where do we stand? Instead of going with just a program and what we're doing this month and what we're doing this Sunday, let's look at what do the people need. Because at the end of the day, we're called to minister wherever we need to minister. And how do we minister when we don't even know where our people stand? And I think it's a really great way to just kind of see it for your own self. You know, hey, what do my people really believe? So take a piece of paper and hand it out to each person in your congregation, in your meeting, and say, what are some of the things that you believe that a person should do to be saved? And I think you're going to get a great answer, and at least that gives you a great start on where you need to minister the gospel and what area. Maybe could it be forgiveness? Could it be, people really need to deal with confessing some sin and repenting? They don't understand it. They don't understand why we need to be baptized. They think it's a symbol, or they think it's just, to join the church or to become a member or whatever it is. It'll really give you a good understanding, and I think it'll help you guys, where you guys are at. I wish you the best of luck, and God bless you, and keep going. Guys, the ministers of the gospel, I'm praying for you. Pound it out, because Jesus is the King. We're winning people for the kingdom. Come on!